What's up, family? The uncivilized mutt white woman who lied about the Emmett Till encounter is dead. And I think I can speak for everyone when I say, adios, good riddance, kick rocks, you uncivilized mutt. I'm gonna let a few hundred of y'all come on in, fam, before I finish going in on this clown. No mercy here. No mercy here at all. I ain't got nothing over here but some pain for it. Some of y'all like to forgive your enemies, especially in death. Oh, they dead. Well, you don't speak ill of the dead and all of this type of talk. I ain't trying to hear none of that, fam. I'm not trying to hear none of it. That uncivilized mutt should have been dead 70 years ago. Come on in, fam. Y'all let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Got a little house cleaning to do. That's all I'm doing over here right now, fam. Trying to straighten a little something out here. Then I'm back on it. Fam, who we got? Callie? What's up, Callie? Good Hand P, Augusta, Georgia. Kenny Knight, what up, Kenny? Who was that? Douglasville, Georgia in the building, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Let's stop right there. Ray McGill. Ray, man, look, man, I appreciate you for tuning in, man, but your state need to burn. They need to wipe that shit off the map. Mississippi ain't about nothing, man. Mississippi has been a nothing-ass state for a long, long time. And I'm going to tell you, Texas ain't too much better. Alabama damn sure ain't too much better. But damn, man, at least you can go some places and find some type of refuge or just a little, like a glimpse of peace and hope. Mississippi, hey, bro, Mississippi is full of uncivilized mutts. And it starts with their politicians. Oh, man. I'm talking about all day long, every day, all they do is circumvent justice. The biggest criminals in Mississippi is their leadership. The biggest criminals in Mississippi is their lawyers and their politicians. The biggest criminals in Mississippi is members of the law enforcement. This is why people can't get justice in Mississippi. No, fam, justice, this ain't justice, fam. You know, like, so while we could celebrate her dying, we could celebrate her death, we really can't go too far with the celebration because justice was denied. That is not justice when a person can get away with a crime for almost 70 years and die on their own terms in a hospice, under hospice care, where they can fade away slowly off of medication. That ain't justice. That is a crime. Emmett Till, murdered, beaten first of all, beaten, shot in the head, beaten some more, and then had his body thrown into the Tallahatchie River at 14 years old. They did this to a kid. These uncivilized mutts got children. They got a lineage. They came from bad blood. They brought more bad blood into the world. They're out there. Their lineage is out there. Their descendants are out there. And I can guarantee you, all, at least most, got that same type of energy in them. That uncivilized mud energy. That's right, I said it, and I ain't taking it back. A bunch of uncivilized mutts. And we can start with the uncivilized mutt who told the lie. That's Carolyn Bryant Donham. We can start with her. And then we can take a look at her uncivilized mutt husband. Keep in mind, fam, to be an uncivilized mutt, to marry an uncivilized mutt, you got to be an uncivilized mutt. So you can see why her husband would take it upon himself to go and hunt down a 14-year-old boy and murder him and throw his body into a river. You can also see why her uncivilized mutt brother helped him. They got the same bloodline. They come from the same parents. Uncivilized mutts. You can see why the all-white jury full of uncivilized mutts would acquit him, would acquit both of them, would never charge her. They had a warrant for her arrest. They filed a warrant for her arrest in 1955 or something. What was it, 55? And the warrant was never served. That warrant was unearthed in, I believe it was 2017. Let me check. Let me make sure I got my. Okay, yeah, 2017. Oh no, this was in 2017, where a Vanity Fair article talks about where this Carolyn Bryant Donham chick admitted to Vanity Fair in an interview that she made the whole story up, that she lied about Emmett Till whistling at her. She straight up just lied about it. Now, fam, while the brutal actions against Emmett Till were inexcusable no matter what, to add insult to injury, if that's even possible, the uncivilized mutt lied. It was discovered that she lied. It was already said by Emmett Till's cousin who was with him that she was lying, that she lied on him. But of course, a black man word don't mean nothing over a white woman's tears. So they just totally like just brushed him off. And they acquitted the two uncivilized mutts, and they never charged the uncivilized mutt who kicked it all off, Carolyn Bryant Donham. This old hag lived to be 88 years old. Family, this is why I tell you, stop waiting around on justice. It don't make sense that an innocent young boy with his whole life ahead of him can be brutally murdered at 14 years old. And the uncivilized mutt who lied and kicked off the whole chain of events that led to his death gets to live to be 88 years old. She gets to live an additional almost 70 years. That's a lot of line. That's a lot of a lot of injustice. If you're just not joining, fam, the uncivilized mud who lied on Emmett Till and kicked off the chain of events that got him murdered by her uncivilized mud husband and brother is dead. Sent her ass to the upper room. Should have happened 68 years ago. It should have happened in 1955, the first day that she lied. Mississippi is a ragged ass state I ain't got no intentions on going to. I don't care nothing about going to Mississippi for no reason whatsoever. If I was black people, I'll let them have that ragged ass state. They can have, ain't nothing there that I need. Nothing there I want. I talked to my homeboy Joe the other day. I told Joe, you need to get out of there, because Joe really a city boy. He a progressive boy, but his family is rooted in Mississippi and they got businesses out there. So, he had to go back there to take care of business. But I tell Joe, man, you need to sell and move on, man. Let them have that raggedy motherfucker. They don't want to abide by the law. They don't want to come into the 21st century. They don't want to treat people fairly. They want to let them mess over. They uncivilized much. So if black people remove themselves from Mississippi, all those scavengers and savages have to lie on and cheat on and kill and beat and destroy is themselves. And that's what they'll do. They'll eat each other alive because they're savages. They're uncivilized mutts. And it starts at the top with their leadership. A lot of people that are in Mississippi white folks in Mississippi wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for the fact that they can get away with breaking the law when it comes to dealing with people that are not white. Even when they're dealing with people that's white, they break the law. Mississippi is a rogue state more than any other state in the Union. And that's saying a lot with all these rogue states in the Union. There's a lot of rogue states in the Union. And Mississippi leads the way, and it's been leading the way for a long time. It's the only state that has its own crime movie. Mississippi Burning. They got more than one crime movie. Mississippi, the state of Mississippi. The judges, corrupt. Lawyers, corrupt. Council members, state reps, senators, corrupt. Police chief, sheriffs, what they call them? File clerks, corrupt. A whole state of corruption. They don't want to be civilized. They don't want to come into the 21st century. They don't want it. I wouldn't be nowhere around their asses. Let them uncivilized mutts take each other out. If I got to go somewhere, if I got to go to Atlanta, I got to figure out a way to get there. If I'm going to drive, I got to drive all the way through California and all the way around before I drive through Mississippi. Jump on an airplane, ride right over that piece of shit. This is where people like that are bred. This is where they really thrive in states like Mississippi. Mississippi, Alabama. Oh man. Louisiana. Whoo, man. See, Texas get a bad rap, and it deserves some of it. Don't get me wrong. We got some uncivilized mutts out here in some of these little small towns, but it ain't nothing like in Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana, partner. I'm telling you, that's they ran by the mob, the uncivilized mutt mobs. And then you got Florida. Florida, ran by DeSantis and all those uncivilized mutts out there, don't get fooled by them palm trees. See, they like to try to make you focus on the big cities. You know, they'll try to make you focus on the big cities that, oh, crime, ooh, it's scary out there, it's crime. LA and Chicago and Houston and Miami and, you know, New York. Hey, man, it's the whole damn state. Yeah, you may have some of the big cities in some of these states that got the big cities, crime going on, a lot of crime, but crime is rampant all throughout these states. And they get away with it because oftentimes the sheriff is the superintendent for the school district. His wife works in the permits department. His brother is a judge. His sister is a judge. His best friend is the police chief. Man, see, it's harder, a little bit harder to get away with that type of stuff in the big city. But when you're in these small towns, if you're not connected, man, it might disconnect you, if you dig what I'm talking about. If you're not connected, man, they'll take you out, man. I mean, they rampant with it, man. They bold with it, and they talk out loud about it. They're bold with it because they know they got that protection. These uncivilized mutts beat, first of all, they kidnapped, beat, shot a kid in the head and dumped him in the Tallahatchie River. And thus began the uproar that helped ignite the civil rights movement. Found not guilty by an all-white jury. Found not guilty by an all-white jury. Question: do you think that had they did that to a white kid, they would have been found not guilty by an all-white jury? Do you think if the makeup of the jury was all black, they would have been found not guilty? Do you think if that was just, I don't know, a half of the jury was black? But then again, that can be manipulated because you do have your coconuts out there who be scared to death and they'll say anything them people tell them to say. So you just can't just go by color alone. But all white juries in America has been problematic since they started them. Bad idea, bad idea. Ain't no way an all-white jury, I'm gonna let an all-white jury judge me. Oh, it happened before. It'll never happen again. It happened when I ain't had no money. I ain't had no money and no sense. It'll never happen again. And it won't happen to nobody that I care about, that I'm involved with. I'll never be judged by an all-white jury. Every now and then, an all-white jury might show a little compassion and empathy, but man, you know, a lot of these people that work on the juries, they get the job just so they can put black people in jail. That's right, I said it. And these Klan juries also, the Klan jury, they call them the grand jury. I call them the Klan jury. By the way, if y'all ever hear somebody saying Klan jury, that's me. That came from me. All right, y'all start hearing, because I know it's going to get around. You know, a lot of my little sayings be getting around and they be trying not to give me my credit. But yeah, you're going to start hearing them. They're going to be saying the Klan jury. Yeah, the Klan jury, because that's how they behave, like the Klan. And I bet you $1 to a donut, a Klan member is on at least several of these juries. Yeah, that's how they get down. So most of the comments that are online about this is anti Carol Bryant Donham, which is rightfully so, right? She was a horrible human being. And I say human being with caution because she's closer to an uncivilized mutt, an animal. Only an animal would behave the way she behaved. How could you like sit there, like, how could a decent human being just sit there and make up something like that, knowing you had these uncivilized white dudes running around the state who felt taking everything, raping everything, killing everything, doing whatever they wanted to when it came to black folks, knowing that that would be a death sentence for that little boy, knowing that lying on that little boy, saying that little boy whistled at her was going to be a death sentence for that little boy because these uncivilized mutts have a penchant for taking the law into their own hands. You know what's funny, fam? I ain't gonna say funny, but you know what's telling? There's an uncivilized mutt listening to me right now who don't think they're an uncivilized mutt. But here's how I know they're an uncivilized mutt. Because they're sitting here and they're thinking to themselves, who is this guy to say all of these things? Who do he think he is? They're mad at me because I'm calling uncivilized mutts exactly what they are. They're more mad at me for talking about this uncivilized mutt than they are for the uncivilized mutt being an uncivilized mutt. They're more mad at me than they're mad at the uncivilized mutt hag that died. And I ain't killed no 14-year-old kid. I ain't lied and got no 14-year-old kid killed. I ain't snatched up no 14-year-old kid from his cousin's house or his uncle's house and beat him up, torture him, shoot him in the head, beat him up some more, and throw him in the Tallahatchie River. I ain't do none of that. But they're more mad at me than they are of them. Uncivilized mutts, if you think that way. Every last one of you. I ain't got nothing for you but some pain. I don't even know why you come over here on my channel and be peeping, because I know you're sitting up there watching me like this. I know you're watching me. I ain't got nothing over here for you but some pain. Geo, what up? King Pete. Shirley Gonzalez, what's up, Shirley? EJ King, what's up, Roland Coppage? The DA refused, he got the evidence of the warrant. He had a warrant and he refused to execute the warrant after it was unearthed. It was unearthed, what, 50-something years later? He got a copy of the warrant after it was unearthed 50-some years later. And he refused to serve the warrant, refused to execute the warrant based on insufficient evidence. Well, he said there was no new evidence. If the shoes were reversed, if the roles were reversed, y'all think they would have let a black woman, old 88-year-old black woman slide like that? They would have locked her up. Nikita Williams, what's up? Somebody say everyone whistle at Carolyn right now. You know what? Ain't nobody whistled at her ugly ass. Ain't nobody never whistled at her except that old ugly ass husband of hers, that little that uncivilized mud husband of hers. Did you see the face on that monkey? Did you see it? Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you the face. That's them right there. That's them. So this is her. This is so the one. Let me see. That would be to your right. The chick to your right is Carolyn Bryant Donham, and that's her uncivilized mud husband. The bald head dude to the left, that's the brother. That's her brother. That's Carolyn's brother, and that's his ugly wife. And this, I think, is them laughing after they were acquitted. I think that's the photo of them laughing and celebrating after they were acquitted. Ugly asses. Who is this saying, may God have mercy on their souls? Man, no mercy for the, ain't no mercy for the wicked. Ain't no mercy for the wicked, man. Cherie Wilson, what's up? Who is that, Jolson? You said a mouthful, ugly inside and out. Ugly inside and out. There's a picture of Emmett and his mother. His mama started off, not concerned about what was going on in the South. She said, that's them people and their problems. She sent her son to Mississippi to visit Mississippi with much trepidation. She was very, very nervous about sending her son to visit his uncle. But, she wanted him to visit and get to know his cousins and all that kind of stuff. And give her a break, I do believe. And they sent him back in a coffin. They sent him back in a box. And after that, she turned into an activist, one of the best activists we've seen. But that's how it go, fam. That's why they say what they do to the least of us, they do to the rest of us. Because sooner or later, you turning your head, sooner or later, it's gonna hit you. Sooner or later, you're gonna get a situation where the police gonna do you dirty. You're gonna get a situation where some uncivilized mutt is going to violate your family. Yeah, and I know a lot of y'all think y'all living the perfect life and y'all got it good, and all you gotta do is just do this and this gonna happen. Okay, but there's always a chance that tragedy can strike you, and tragedy will open your eyes and it's gonna either make you stronger, or if it don't kill you, it's gonna make you stronger. And that's what it did for Emmett Till's mother. It made her stronger. And she got down, she rolled her sleeves up and she went to work. Salute to Mamie Till, or Mamie Till. So anyway, fam, I gotta move around, but I did not want to let another moment go by without acknowledging this uncivilized mutt's demise. Oh man, today is a good day. I hope she suffered. No more talk.